Buenos días y bienvenidos a Lección 46 para la primaria superior. Aguas, X, Jota. Aguas, X, J. Aguas, X, Jota. As I was saying in an earlier lesson, sometimes in some places the word aguas is used to mean, look out, I'm coming through. So let's just say you're carrying a basket of fruit through a line of people or a crowd of people at some kind of a get-together, maybe a graduation party. And you say, aguas! And they turn and they see you and they move back and they let you through. Another way, of course, you could say permiso or con permiso, which means excuse me. Well, aguas lets people know that something's going on. You're coming through or somebody's coming through. Look out now. So when you go home tonight, you might say to people, waters. And if they look at you and don't move, you can just say, doesn't anybody here understand Spanish? Aguas. Sometimes aguas means waters, but in a little different way. So let's go to an incident in un restaurante centroamericano down in Texas. I went in there with one of my hermanos, and I ordered some aguas. I said, what kind of aguas do you have here? And they knew exactly what I meant. And so they brought these out. I said to them, tienen aguas. And that's what you can say when you want some of these that I'm showing you here. They are aguas frescas, or you can call them aguas saborizadas. But really most of us just say aguas. So when you go into Latino restaurant, you can say, tienen aguas, and they'll know that you mean these things. Fresh waters, flavored waters. Tienen aguas? And this is what they brought me when I asked them that. I said, well, please bring me a sample of each. And so, of course, I paid them and tipped them. Now that we've got 6 of them here, the question is, how much is it? Like each one, how much is it? They're all going to cost the same, and this would be, let me think here, how much was this one? Oh, I don't know. Of course, they don't serve them in this small amount. They serve it in a larger amount, much bigger. And I suppose you might pay in American money, in U.S. money, dollars, if that was a full glass of it. I'd say you'd probably pay $1.75. So the answer to ¿cuánto es? $1.75. Well, what if we wanted to say, how much are they? Like you've ordered several for you and your friends. You'd say, ¿cuántos son? How much are they? Of course, you probably wouldn't have to ask them because they'd have the menu there, but you sometimes do have to ask. Let's do a little multiplication. ¿Cuántos son? Let's say you've ordered dos aguas. Well, 2 veces 5. 2 veces 7, 14, más 1, 5. We carry el 1. Añade el 1. 2 veces 1 más 1, 3.50. ¿Cuántos son? 3.50. I would like you now to escribir las aguas, and I'll help you. First, we got to figure out what these are. I think this one up here, this one is tamarindo. So I'd like you to go ahead and write that. Stay ahead of me. Tú escribe rápido. Tamarindo. Escribe rápido. Tamarindo. This is a kind of fruit that is well known to Latino Americanos. Whoop! Tamarindo. Ahora, what do we have with this one? I'm not sure, but I think it's pera. Pera. Pear. Let's see. This one here would be... yo creo que... horchata. Horchata. Escríbelo. Escribe rápido. Horchata. Horchata. H. La H no se escucha. Horchata. Horchata. And it's one of the most common aguas that you'll find. Nowadays, though, to tell you the truth, when you go around the United States, and especially when you go to the restaurants that say they're authentic Mexican restaurants or authentic Salvadoran, just remember, they're probably going to make horchata and the others out of powder. So things have changed in the last few years. Aquí tenemos... I bet this is pineapple. Piña. Piña. Escríbelo. Piña. P. I. Piña. Ñ. A. Aquí tenemos... I think this would be fresa. Escríbelo. Fresa. Fresa. F. R. E. S. A. Strawberry. And horchata down here, if you remember from other lessons, is a rice-based drink. Finally, aquí tenemos, made from a plant, I believe a flower. Jamaica, Jamaica, Jamaica. Jamaica. And so there you have 6 aguas. Now look at these words. We have Mexico, Texas, Oaxaca, Xavier, and what's this one? Don Quixote. Don Quixote, one of the most famous novels of all time, and it came from Spain. What is this word here, Mexico? Well, because the Spaniards settled some of Mexico, they brought sometimes the letter Jota with them, and the letter Equis came to be pronounced like a Jota, una Jota. And so, from way, way back, Mexico often looked like that. And everybody, almost everybody, calls it Mexico. But sometimes, many of us also say Mexico. Now, what about Texas? Texas, you can imagine. Texas. But in Spanish, we always say Texas. Then we have a state in Mexico called Oaxaca. It sounds like it would be spelled that way, but it's not. It's spelled just like that, Oaxaca. And if you're from there, you are called un oaxaqueño or oaxaqueña. And what do you suppose this one is then? You know. Now we've got the Spanish Javier. Javier. And then we have this famous novel, Don Quixote, which is spelled both ways, Don Quixote. And so this is the Spanish influence that is from Spain, sometimes with the Jota, sometimes with an Equis. Mexico, Texas, Oaxaca, Javier, Don Quixote.